Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for being here. Did you say that flock cameras don't require, that they require warrants?
No.
They don't require warrants?
Of course not.
Did you say that flock cameras don't use AI?
Correct. They do not use generative AI. They use machine learning.
Machine learning is AI. That's what that means. Thanks.
They don't use AI.
Correct. There's a difference between machine learning and generative AI. Would you like me to explain?
He's specifying generative AI because, of course, flock cameras don't use fucking generative AI. Flock cameras aren't like prompting pictures of the fruit people cuckolding each other. He's saying generative AI here, so he's not technically lying. Of course they use AI.
No, I just have a webpage here from your company. Right here it says leveraging AI-powered technology to keep employees safe, and then it goes on to talk about harnessing flock safety's AI-powered technology to enhance employee safety. So, does your system log, track, and store the movements of law-abiding citizens in Sullivan County?
Log, track, and store the movements. What
Yes.
do you mean by the movements?
You know, their car, where they're going,
We do not know where people are going now.
but you do log where, you know, their car.
I gotta say, I do appreciate the fact that our corporate tech overlords are generally stupid and uncharismatic. Like their servility to capital and I guess Israel are kind of they're like main poles why they were chosen. He's not doing a very good job of wiggling out of this. Also, where the fuck are his shirt sleeves? Where he's wearing a collared? Is he wearing a short sleeve collared shirt?
Or the make and model of their vehicle, whether it's got like a bike rack, dents on it, and sort of thing.
As the vehicle passes a camera, we do log this information.
Yeah. If a resident wants to opt out of that, can they, you know, while they're going to church or work or the grocery store, can they say, I don't want to be part of that surveillance dragnet? Can they opt out of it? There's no opt out. Can you guarantee that no federal agency, out of state entity, or, you know, third-party partner can access that sort of data without explicit approval?
Yes.
So there's no backdoor for federal agencies?
No.
Do you really expect us to believe that? How many times has flock been used illegally or inappropriately?
I can't answer that question for you.
The answer is between 50 and 100 times. How many people have been arrested for using flock?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's wearing a polo. Look at how long that placket goes. That placket goes down to his sternum. What an odd polo shirt. Yeah, is he going golfing right after this? He looks like shit.
Illegally?
Can't answer that for you.
The answer is at least 28. Who foots the bill for flock? How much is it per year for Sullivan County?
What do you guys say? What is your contract for?
It's $33,000.
33,000. Could you explain convoy analysis?
Convoy analysis, please elaborate.
Flock has a program called Convoy Analysis. They track vehicles.
I don't know who this is. This is a representative for Flock, the dystopian AI surveillance camera system that's been sprouting up all over the United States so that police departments, the federal government, and anyone who wants to watch your daughter undress in a changing room can do so from, you know, Camera Hub.
They're close to one another.
Give you a great example. Yeah, there was a ATM servicer, ATM service technician in, I believe, Jefferson, Kentucky, who was robbed at gunpoint by an individual, and all the money was taken. So they were able to put that tag of the service driver's van to see who was following them the past previous days to identify that individual.
Do you not think it's a privacy concern to, you know, track, you know, who's driving with each other?
On a public road?
It's a private company.
Accessing your data?
Yes.
Private, we do not access your data. Only law enforcement can access your data.
How do you get the data then if you don't access it?
It goes to Amazon W Cloud or Amazon AWS Gov Cloud and law.
Why the fuck is he laughing? Also, like, we know they can access the data. Remember that article of the Flock executive who kept accessing a camera in a girls' gymnasium while underage gymnastics classes were taking place?
Enforcement access.
Your CEO recently, 3 weeks ago, he gave a TED Talk called can a camera on every corner make us safer? Do you agree with that statement? Do you think a camera on every corner will make Americans safer?
I'm not here to speak for a CEO.
Okay. I kind of thought that's why you were here. You know, it is the 250th anniversary of our country's founding. One of our founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, once famously said that those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. And I actually have a problem with this resolution because I think it needs to be amended. It's too open-ended. It says that we shall not renew it until such concerns have been addressed, as laid out by Gary Stidham and written in the resolution. And I have some concerns with what Gary and what Mark are talking about. I don't think we need to renew this at all. I don't think the people of Sullivan County want this. I believe that Flock right now is one of the most hated companies in America. They are one of the most corrupt companies in America. And quite frankly, sir, I don't think we can make America great again without hanging your CEO publicly for treason. Your company is an enemy of the American people.
We're not going to threaten violence to anybody.
Truth nuke it down. I could never agree with this. Obviously, how uncalled for. That's funny as fuck. Oh my god. So the fat guy up there was a Flock safety representative, apparently. Why do we not see much more of that? Because normally the people who are put in positions where they get to make inquiries of Flock are themselves beneficiaries of Flock. Like, because everyone's corrupted by the system. It sounds very sophomoric, but it's true. Like, who do you think leads these inquiries, you know? This is local government slop. Yeah, this is from Sullivan County. Here, hold on. Let a bit of a lion moment slip through, I have to say. A little bit too heated. A Thursday night Sullivan County Commission work session that was called to discuss the use of Flock cameras in Sullivan County turned heated after a county commissioner called for the public hanging of Flock Safety CEO Garrett Langley. Fucking nominative determinism. Somebody named Langley would go on to establish a surveillance state. Carr, however, wasn't the only commissioner questioning Flock safety. Commissioner Gary Stidham introduced a resolution stating the county wouldn't renew its contract with Flock. Have you seen those cities that have canceled their Flock contracts, but then immediately replaced them with another AI surveillance company that did the same thing? Axon, I think it's called. Cities are ditching Flock safety cameras, then hiring Axon instead, which does the exact same thing. I hate Axon so much. Trust me, democracy has nothing to do with this. You really think that local governments are powerful enough to resist the corrosive will of capital? Axon also owns Taser. Oh, yeah. They're the cop body cam people. You're right. In city council chambers across the country, officials have celebrated the removal of Flock safety cameras as a private victory. Within months, Axon installation crews often appear at the same polls, bolting in replacement plate readers. They're not plate readers, they're AI surveillance cameras. They track your faces too. According to Tech Times, 53 cities have canceled Flock contracts, citing unauthorized federal data access, false alerts, and mass surveillance. Many of them aren't abandoning these readers altogether. They're switching vendors. Cool. If they're license plate readers, why are they pointed at a splash pad? Anyone calling them license plate readers is doing them their propaganda. They're really fighting this? Oh, yeah. Axon. Surveillance. Axon stock is surging too. Of course, you're getting the panopticon whether you want it or not. It's not like there's anything local government can do to stop it. Axon Enterprise up 18%. Wow, that's quite a bit. They're switching to Axon, same cameras, no national database. There will be a national database. Don't worry about that. Oh, lovely. Taser opened an office in Seattle and then in Amsterdam, really covering their bases for staying near me. Axon Citizen is a cloud-based software solution that allows non-law enforcement personnel to share and upload info, including photos and videos, directly to a law enforcement agency. Big Flock is watching. At least people are mad about it. Where was that Twitter link? Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's big in Canada for some reason. Republicans are mad about it too. This is one of the reasons why I say the capital class isn't going to get what they want. They're just bad marketers, you know? They're pitching us a sci-fi surveillance dystopia, and the technology behind it works, but you need like a lot of nuance in how you apply it to sort of like slowly break the will of the population. And Flock and Axon and all these other surveillance companies are stupid. They're run by idiots. They're not patient enough. They're too self-destructive. This sentiment is only going to get more popular over time. The other day, you said the deep state usually gets what it wants every time surveillance capital tries to expand. Oh, they get what they want in terms of like implementation of their technology, their contracts. I don't think they're going to get what they want in terms of establishing a stable post-democratic society. Why don't they use this to solve property crime like car robberies? Why the fuck would they do that? What the fuck? That's not the point. Some crimes get solved via these cameras, but by and large, they haven't really depressed the crime rate that much. Fresno's trying to expand Flock surveillance to include private cameras. Yeah, why not? Make sure every like Ring doorbell camera gets included in the network. Wow, that's really grim. Fuck Fresno, dude.
Flock camera released today, just sharing information about our Flock camera system here in Fresno. We've had it for several years. It's not new, but it's generated a lot of interest around the nation, and more recently here in Fresno with just a lot of questions. And I realize as I'm listening to
who made that claim? Commissioner. That's what
conversations
the
in the community, we really need to make sure we get the facts out there. We have about 70 cameras, different
camera,
ALPR variations
CEO,
of Flock here in the city, and they're around the city, and they're placed in areas. We took overlayment of years of shooting data and stolen vehicle data, and that's how we place them largely around the city. And we've been, again, using them for violent crime investigations primarily, but also auto theft that helps us recover those. All kinds of different crimes. A kidnapping of a small child, it helped us recover the vehicle and the car safely back in 2024. And truly, you know, I get asked every year when I put out our crime stats, we've been so fortunate to have reduction year over year. And what is responsible for that? A lot of it is technology, and Flock is not the sole reason, but it is a big part of that. For instance, it's been used in about 71% of our murder cases so far this year, about 39% of our shooting cases.
Police will always justify the usefulness of the technology they pay big money to use. If you listen to cops, every single police officer needs to be equipped with $40 million of surveillance equipment, body armor, weaponry. They will never admit that a purchase they've made isn't useful. Used in isn't helpful. If you gave all police officers fucking high-grade, like, tech Iron Man suits, technically those Iron Man suits would be used in 100% of in-person arrests. It doesn't change the fact that they would be a waste of money.
It's helped to further those investigations. And by the way, I mean, we've solved a lot. We've had, I think, 39 gunshot wound cases in the city. We've solved 36 of them, and that's really remarkable. It's hard to compare that to other agencies around the country because they don't put that data out, but from what I can gather, it's definitely a standout from what other agencies are getting.
What happened to the government already knows what your asshole looks like, these cameras aren't a problem position? I don't know who the fuck streams you've been watching. I have never said Flock cameras aren't a problem. What I've said is that there's no point in trying to individually fool them. Like, people in chat are like, well, I'll go out every day wearing a mask or elaborate makeup. Like, that's fucking stupid. You are being subjected to like 70 different types of panoptical surveillance. The idea that you can individually, like, you would have to live so off-grid, you wouldn't even be able to live a life. It wouldn't even be possible. There are no individual solutions to this, but I have never said it's not a problem.
That is the technology we use. One of those things is Flock. We also have ShotSpotter, NIBIN, which examines our gunshot examination, forensic examination. We do a lot of things here with technology, but we do it all within the confines of the Constitution and the law. And that's what's really important, because I don't want to discount summarily people's concerns about Flock. I have questions too. It's our job to, we take this badge, we swear to uphold the Constitution of this country, of the state, and part of that is observing the search and seizure law.
Southdale Center, just outside Minneapolis, recently started boasting they have the most Flock cameras of any private shopping complex. Every single entrance and exit. Great.
And Flock does not violate those. Flock is our cameras that are out in the community that take pictures of cars in public places. They have no facial recognition capabilities. They don't capture faces. This
is just a straightforward lie. Like, it's legal to lie. Like, police lie all the time. It's literally just a lie. We know for a fact they do.
That's not their intent. That's not how they're placed. They do capture images of vehicles in public, and it is a searchable database.
It's not just disinformation. She knows she's lying. She's aware of the fact she's lying. The camera doesn't, but the software it gets sent to can do all of it. Yeah, but that's like totally meaningless. That's like saying that guns don't kill people because technically the bullets being fired from them do. Like, yeah, the cameras get the data, which gets sent to the software run by Flock that tracks people's faces, you know? That's part of what Flock offers.